Hey, what's going on? Zombie here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a 2x3 seamless hitting door. And right here I'm going to show you how it works first before I get into the tutorial, but I have a hidden switch over here on this tree. I'm going to hit it, it's going to pull this open. Now seamless means it just pulls from a flat surface, not a corner, or just pulls from one block and you can't tell that it's there. You run in, it'll close it behind you. In an example in here you can have your base hidden inside. Okay, I got hooked up to a pressure plate. There's many different ways of setting this up, but I'm going to show you how to build this exact design, and I got a button over here on the tree, like I said. Okay, over here is some examples. In this first model, it shows you how it works. Like I said, there's many different ways. We run a button impulse into it. Okay, when you hit it, pulls blocks back, like so. Now, depending on how you do the redstone dust, so this torch right here, depending where you put that, the initial footprint of this design takes up 3 by 14. And if you want to take a screenshot, I'll pause here for a second. There's the 3 and then 14. All right, let's go over to the second example. This is the diameters if you were to cut into a wall. So if you're playing like on an SMP server and you want to be quick, you just cut in through here. And I'll pause for a second so you can see the diameters of this stuff. It's 14 and then inside here. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Now over here I have a example of what it's going to look like when we burrow in. So as far as resources, you will need 20 sticky pistons, 10 torches, 8 repeaters, about a half stack of redstone, pressure plate 1 or 2, and a button. You may need a redstone block depending on how you want to hook up the system to. Alright, let's get started. So one of the first things you want to do is generally locate where you're going to put the button on the outside. And I set it up right here. So say if we have a tree, I'm going to put the button right here. You can also use the wooden button if you want to camouflage more. Probably not on this tree though. Let's get started in here. And then of course you're going to need a building block of some type, a stack or so. Now you get in and you dig this out. If you want, you can place this back up while you're building the design to hide yourself in here. But I'm going to leave it open. That way you have more of a reference point as I'm building. So once you dig in, you're going to want to have 6 blocks on each side, and we're going to build this from the outside in, and we're going to build one side and then the other side. So here we go. You come over to the corner here, and this is what you want to do. You're going to want to put 2 blocks 3 times like that, and then we're going to build like a step design here. So it's going to step up, and you're going to repeat that like so. We're going to come in, and we're going to put 3 repeaters, redstone dust. All right, now what we're going to do is this is the initial plug. You can kind of move this around, but we want to have this turned on here. Oh my goodness. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to dig down a couple blocks here, and we're going to place a redstone torch just underneath right here. And this will be our initial switch that will turn it on and off. And come over here, we're going to do 3 of these like so. And then now we're going to jump onto the sticky pistons. And for the sticky pistons, you're going to want to do 2 rows of 3 like so, and then 1 more right here. So you should have this shape right here. And then we're going to put a block here, repeater facing that direction, and then we're going to put 3 more blocks up. This block's not essential, but put it there anyways. Now we're going to run 3 more sticky pistons along this wall right here. So you're going to end up with this shape. And the last thing you need to do is we're going to put a redstone torch right here. Now if we want to test this design to see if it works, what we can do is fill this up with the outside blocks. If it's dirt, stone, whatnot, whatever you have to match the facade. Go over here with your torch, and we're going to remove this. You'll hear it make a noise, and put it back. It has pushed the blocks in. So let's try it again, see if it'll remove the blocks. So it'll be powered out. Yep. Pulled it, and then pulled it back. Okay, now we're going to want to repeat the same thing on the other side. So we're going to go like so, make your steps, do the repeaters, get down again, put a solid block there so it's obvious. Want your dust, 3 torches, go into the sticky pistons, kind of an upside down L, block there, heater, over here, put 3 of these guys facing towards us, fill that up with blocks, and a torch. We can go ahead and test this side too. See if it closes the system up. And it does. Alright, so now what we need to do is connect both sides. And this is where this design does have a benefit. As you notice, there is no wiring above the contraption. And all the other seamless doors, there's one wire that goes above. We can choose to go below, above, on the side, whatever you want to do. So we do know we have a button out here, and we want to hook that button up to this, but we want to connect this first. So one reason why I dug a little deeper in here, you only need 3, but I went to 6. It's because right about here, I'm going to want some pressure plates. So let's put those in first. Here's the pressure plates. This will activate it on the way in. And then, of course, you know, we can have a hallway wall right here. But we're going to dig down right about, let's see. Yeah, right. This block right here. You want to be not on this one, but one more out. And we're going to dig down 2. And right around here, we're just going to run 1 repeater in. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Right where this repeater, or this torch is, run another one in. And we connect them both up. Now for the pressure plates, what we want to do is go right here. So we're going to dig just underneath it and put 2 more dust there. Now this should actually close it and open it. You have to be off of it. It's a 2-tick pulse. It's not a consistent. It won't break it. It'll just be like this. And it'll open up. Alright, so now we have hooked up the inside. Let's hook up the outside. So this is where you're going to need, I would suggest, a piston with a redstone block. So we're going to dig down 2 and just go straight into the base and see if we can find our redstone torch. There it is. Now we're just going to need to connect into this line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a repeater, and we have to run 1 here, so we're going to need 2. Essentially 1 right here would be fine, but I do know from counting it that that's the max limit because it has to reach the other torch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right there's the max limit, 15. So we have to have 1 here. Now the problem is if this block is powered, it's going to run power in here, and that's not good. So we need another redstone repeater right there. And then we're going to run line all the way down. Now we want this button to activate, and we want to be able to cover the ground. So it's not going to work if we put a block and dust right here, because when we put the ground, it's going to block our connection. So what we need to do is put a sticky piston in. So we're going to go underneath 2 blocks. Put 1 there. Let's grab a block, redstone block, and put it right there. Now put 1 more dust right there, and there you go. I should activate it. And it's all done. Now we can cover this up with, whoops, not that. Yeah, not that one. There we go, cover that up. And then on the inside, you know, of course, cover this up. You can just like only cover this up, and then you have your hallway right here. And you could just have like, you know, maybe doors right there as an access panel if you ever need to get back in and change your wiring. And then of course this will go into your base area. So you'll open it up with your button, run in like on the beginning, and there you go. All right, that is it. Now I got a couple other examples here I want to show you. You don't have to hide the button. You can wire them up right on the wall right here. And as you see, I just ran the dust down and through this way. That one I was able to run without having to put a piston. But over here, if you want to go 1 button higher, you'll just put a piston there, redstone block, and then run your dust all the way to here. I put a repeater here And then there's the sideway lines that you saw. They both go into the torches. Now in this example, it's a little different. It's bigger because this design is actually mergeable. You can put them back to back into each other. So you can have 2 hitting doors on each side here, as you see. So if you have a castle where you don't want it to be hidden, but you want it to be fancy, this design will also work. The only difference is it's a 5 width. And over here, we'll show you how to build it. It's the same setup. We have our torch underneath that needs to be powered or depowered to activate it. And you'll have your step design, except you have 5 wide, 5 steps. And then you have torches running along the middle, just like the same design, except now that weird repeater will go in the center here. And it will look like this. So you'll have 6 pistons facing in towards each other, 1 on the top here and 6 on this side. These green glass represent pistons. I just did it so you can see through. So it'll look like this. The glass is supposed to be solid blocks. I'm just doing this so you can see how this one is built. So I don't want to show two tutorials when this is very simple. You can kind of put it together. I'll pause for a screenshot if you want to. Here's a good angle here. Right, and here's the piston designed here for this angle. Let me remove the glass actually. So this is the shape of the pistons, how many you're supposed to have. Over here is the front part of the pistons. Okay, now moving on, my last design here. This is kind of a bonus. I wanted to see how small I can go. And I actually got this one too high right here. Now over here in this design, all you have to do is power this block right here. And it will push it out. You depower it, and you'll pull it back. So the best way to do this is to create a flip-flop from a button. So this right here is the smallest flip-flop design that I can find. And we'll pull that redstone block back and forth. So all we need to do is hook this into the system right in front of us. So you can like run a redstone repeater here and run this down. Actually run it right into this like that. Now it's on. Press the button again. It's off. This is the cheapest, smallest. Now if you want the cheapest, simplest flip-flop, it's literally just this right here. And I'm going to show you how to build it with this in the design, but all we have to do is power this block. So this design, very simple. I'm going to build it right now. So you want 4, let's pull it back a little bit more. 4 sticky pistons like this, and 2 like that. And over here, you're going to want to build that step design again. So you're going to want 2 repeaters like this. We're going to need some redstone torches. Let's put these in. 2 torches there. We'll activate that. Now we're going to come over to this side and we're going to want to put, let's see here, blocks like this. Got 1. Let me use a different block, easier to see. Use this guy. Right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. Or, yeah, let's do like there. And then we're going to put a block right here. So it's powered on right now. So you want to block behind this piston. And we're going to grab this guy, put him there. Let's grab a comparator. We're going to need 2 of these. So 1 comparator facing this way and 1 facing that way. We're going to put a block here. Block here. This is the redstone torch that's on. Now we need dust. Put dust just underneath it like so. And it should be off. Now this device should work now. Put some in there. Then we're going to put a button on this guy. And it'll activate it. So now if you want to put a switch onto this, all you have to do is put something like this. And then just run your button from wherever you want, your pressure plates, whatever you want to use, and just run it into this lamp. And it will open and close it for you. And you can run multiple buttons, so you can run different outputs from different places. And they will all work together. Now the only other thing is, like, once it's out, you're going to have like a L-shaped corner here. So you're going to kind of have to design your entrance like so. But it's very small. And I can see it coming in handy in some of these SMP servers. So the entrance will be right here. You have to run it and turn to the right. Put it on again. It's got a little L shape or Z shape, whatever you want to call it. You know, to get in here. So either you can build this flip-flop or you can build this one. This is a observer that's facing up like so. And then there's a sticky piston, you know, facing this way. And then there's one like this. So all you gotta do is, you know, build it like so. Put that there, block. And if you want to make this into another button, switch somewhere else, you know, you run your dust from wherever, run your button into it, it'll activate it. This should work already. Very simple flip-flop. Alright, there you go. That should be everything you need to know about this door. Let me know in the comments if you're going to use any of these designs, what you think about them, got any improvements, suggestions. But yeah, until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.